So I couldn't believe it. All of a sudden I looked down the track and there was no track. It was just looking up into the sky. The worst thing is when it got up and I felt it pirouette and I'm going backwards. Well, then it was coming, after it stopped, it's coming back down the track. Of course, I didn't know where I was. There was smoke all around me. The engine's still running. I come out.
Indianapolis Raceway Park has been the scene of some of the greatest triumphs and greatest memories that we have of Don Garlits. Here's a shot long before Indianapolis Raceway Park in the U.S. Nationals. Don Garlits, no face mask, a carbureted blower. In '62, he drove for Connie Coletta. And it was a milestone moment indeed, the first ever 180. And it was Don Garlits driving Connie Coletta's car for that sole purpose. Because in the finals up against Jack Christman, it was Don Garlits at the wheel of one of his fabled Swamp Rats. And it failed him this day as Jack Christman won the race. This was 1962.
1963, love the shades, lady. Big Daddy again in the final. We touched on this earlier. He was over on the far side up against Bobby Budnick, the 19-year-old kid, and Big left way too soon.
Racing, Garlits had little difficulty in defeating Stewart, but that was the least of his problems. As we can see, Garlits suffered some engine damage as indicated by the smoke. No parachute, but more seriously, he lost the left front tire during the run.
Well, the tube wrapped around the wheel and locked the wheel up naturally, and so I couldn't get my hands off the steering wheel. I had all I could do to hold the car on the racetrack.
Big Daddy Don Garlits returning to competition at Indianapolis Raceway Park and the U.S. Nationals for the first time in 5 years, holds top speed of the meet at over 261 miles an hour. Partner and friend Art Malone for this venture into U.S. Nationals competition. In round number 2, he's racing against Howard Haight. 261 miles an hour already to the credit of Big Daddy Don Garlits. Howard Haight with his work cut out for him, racing one of the true legends in the sport of championship drag racing. It's Garlits off the mark first. He's got a big lead right off the starting line, and at the finish, he extends it. The elapsed time for Garlits, 5.61 seconds. His speed, a slowing 234 miles an hour. And again, it appears to be some engine problems.
Are waving today. 50,000 Hoosiers out here to watch Top Fuel actions. Well, Steve, we've got some problems down here on the starting line. That's Gene Snow's crew working on what appears to be the injection system of his Top Fuel car as he sits patiently trying to get a head of steam up here to go against Big Daddy Don Garlits. That is Buster Couch, the chief starter here, saying, cut it off, Gene. We got too much fuel leaking out of that motor to make it safe.
So this will be bad news for the rest of the field. Don Garlits will waltz into the semifinals. A bye run. Big Daddy's going to run it all the way through, though, Brock.
He sure is. He wants that lane choice.
The Top Fuel Final, the last race of the 32nd Annual NHRA U.S. Nationals. The near lane, Big Daddy Don Garlits. The far lane, his prime rival in this sport, Darrell Gwynn. Garlits has the lane choice. It's time.
But remember, Steve, it was during qualifying for this event that we saw Darrell Gwynn run a 5:34. Will he do it again?
Garlits is off first, has some handling problems, recovers. It is Big Daddy Don Garlits winning his 3rd U.S. Nationals in a row.